Things are getting very interesting. For some days now, I've been receiving some information from some people who are in Tanzania at the time Tanzanians went to the polls on 29th to elect their leaders. And I've received quite a good number. I want us to have a look at one such information I've received, a first-hand information from someone who was present in some of the polling stations in Dar es Salaam. Before we do that, let me ask this question again. We've seen this information that out of about 272 elective parliamentary seats, CCM party won 270 out of 272. How did that happen? Can someone well acquainted with politics in Tanzania explain to us that? I've not yet understood it. How is it that CCM could even rig in opposition strongholds? I know you can rig one or two parliamentary seats, but you can't rig the entire nation. How do they do it in Tanzania? Those who are in the know can let us understand. How is it possible that you can rig parliamentary seats in the whole country? I know for presidential elections, you can rig that, and we have seen that happening in Kenya. But not rigging all the parliamentary seats, including in the opposition strongholds. Let us know what's happening there. Let's see this first-hand information from Tanzania as sent to me by one person who was present at one of the polling stations. The truth of the matter is that majority of Tanzanians didn't vote. People boycotted the elections after it became apparent that their favorite candidates were not given chance to participate in the elections. This was not only for the presidential candidates, but also civil and parliamentary seats. What's happening now in Tanzania isn't an event, but something that has been going on for a long period of time. Abductions have been going on in Tanzania, and unlike in Kenya, where the civil society organizations are strong, people have been undergoing a lot of pain, but their voices are curtailed. So it's not true that Tanzanians gave Mama Zulu wabunge wengi. People in small parties feared to contest because of abductions. Lastly, I want to say categorically that most people didn't vote. Demonstrations began around 10 a.m. and from that moment polling stations were closed after the polling officers and police officers manning those stations ran away for their lives. After they ran away, Wananchi took control of the polling stations and burnt the voting materials. The government agencies later that night came back and participated in the illegal act of ballot stuffing. This happened in almost the entire Dar es Salaam where I was stationed. To cover all these unfortunate happenings, internet was put off and only restored yesterday after SULUHU's private swearing-in ceremony in Dodoma. Not only internet was cut, but also curfew was imposed on citizens. All means of transport ordered stopped until today, Tuesday. I'm giving you first-hand information that I have not recovered from. I had visited Dar es Salaam for a few days, but I had prolonged my stay in Tanzania because the country has been in total darkness. May I conclude by confessing that Kenya is a better country. Let's enjoy the democratic space we have. Sometimes I wonder where the international friends are when these things are happening in Tanzania. I believe they would now be making a lot of noise. Why is Kenya doing this to her citizens? I visited some polling centers in Dar es Salaam, and these were my findings. This confirms that polling stations had very few people. I don't know where the government of Tanzania is getting their number in millions. And the person shared out that photo with me. Ofisi ya Rais Tawala za Mikoa na Serikali za Mitaa TAMISEM, halmashauri ya manispaa ya Ubungo, shule ya msingi Uzuri Dar es Salaam, shule ya msingi Kilimani Dar es Salaam. This is first-hand information from someone who was present in Tanzania as the election took off. The person is making it very clear to me that when the polls began, demonstrations started around 10 a.m. Wananchi invaded the polling stations, chased away the polling clerks and the police officers who ran away for their dear lives. Wananchi then destroyed the voting materials. Later that night, the polling clerks and the police returned and did the vote stuffing. So things were that bad in Tanzania. And this beats the logic that we had a turnout of 86% in Tanzania after all this violence. It's getting very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. We have democracy in Kenya, and we should protect it with sweat and blood. We should not allow Kenya to go back to the dark days. We have democracy in Kenya. Any leader trying to take Kenya back to the dark days, that leader should be snipped in the bud. Look at what is happening in Tanzania. They still have a long way to go. A compromised judiciary. A judiciary where the president appoints the chief justice, justices of courts of appeal, and all high court judges, and the president can fire them at will. That's how bad the situation is in Tanzania. We must protect the democratic space in Kenya. We should not allow bad leaders to take us back to the dark days. This is why I've consistently warned Kenyans against some bad leaders. Shun those leaders. They will only but take us back to the dark days. I'm still trying to understand the parliamentary elections in Tanzania, and more so how they are conducted there. How could CCM party win 270 out of 272? That means CCM party also swept all the parliamentary seats in the opposition strongholds. How is that possible? Let us know what's happening there. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.